2006 Absa off-road season was a thriller right down to the last race. Most categories still had not found their permanent owners. The manufacturer's race was still up for grabs and personal glory was uppermost in pit crews, drivers and navigators' minds. But as the dust settled in Brakpan's Carnival City, the points were tallied up, the winners' garlands were handed off, and the 7 championship categories were finally decided. It became clear who the winners were. And to confirm those and laud the championship winners for the year 2006, a glittering banquet was held at the Copperon Hotel in Kempton Park early this year, where the champion drivers, navigators and their teams got their just rewards. They were the obligatory dancing girls, a master of ceremonies who really knew his stuff, and then of course the trophies and their owners, like for instance Hannes Grobler, who has the unique distinction of being the longest serving works racing driver in South Africa and reportedly in the world, with 30 years behind the wheel for Datsun and latterly Nissan. The burly 52-year-old is looking for his 4th national off-road title in the year 2007.
I'm looking forward to the season. It's my 30th year in motorsport, and it's actually my 30th year with Datsun Nissan. And I'm looking forward to do it again. I'm pleased that Nissan asked me to drive their car again this year, and I think we will do well, you know, to be part of the off-road series that's growing so well at the moment, with probably 4 Toyotas, 4 Fords and 4 Nissans running this year in the top class. You know, I'm looking forward to all the competition.
For Ford's Neil Woolbridge, 06 will be a year that he will remember as one of fine racing and a comeback of note after a few quiet years. In the new season, the Ford Ranger Super Production or SP class car will have a lot more behind it, but the Pietermaritzburg crew are up against old Father Time.
Yeah, it's all systems go. It's unfortunately we're racing against the clock at this time, trying to get the new cars ready. But we've got 2 brand new SP cars with quite a few changes on it. Made the cars a lot lighter, made the suspension a lot better. Driver and navigators have lost weight and got fit, so yeah, we're really looking forward to it. We've got some new drivers in the team. We've got Brandon Harkis has joined us in the SP class. Taken a bit of a chance. He's a wild man, but I believe in him. He's young, he's super keen on the sport. He's got a hell of a lot to offer. He's very talented, and I believe if we just taper him in the right way, I think we'll have a very good driver. And then in the Class E side, we've got Jack Peckham. He's joined us. He's been with us for a long time. He sat out a year and he's now driving. We also, well, he drove at Carnival City. He won the race first time out, so I think he's really going to be good.
Clearly, Ford are confident and have some surprises up their sleeve too.
So yeah, it's going to be an exciting year. The 2 Class E cars are totally rebuilt. They'll run through to mid-year, and then we'll launch the new 3-litre diesel in the middle of the year. So all in all, a very exciting year for Ford. We've seen the results have worked well for Ford Motor Company. Sales are going very well, and they believe 100% in the sport. It's been run well. All the organisation, from the commission side, from the manufacturers working together point of view, the sport's really working well and growing fantastically. The SP class, which we formed only last year, I think we're going to see more than likely at least 10 SP cars, which is exactly what we planned, and hopefully that'll even grow bigger this year.
The Nissan Dealer 400 in the Western Cape, the first of the 8-race Absa Championship Series, will be the debut drive of Brandon Harkis, son of the legendary Arthur, a giant in South African motor racing circles. And it spells danger for other teams, as Harkis powered to a very convincing win in Darling 12 months ago, and in a single-seater at that. This time he'll have a brand new 4-litre Ford Ranger underneath him, with co-driver Jean Moore beside him. Should be a potent combination. As for the Toyota Challenge, the defending manufacturers champions will field 4 cars in the SP category.
We're building 2 new SP bakkies for Mark and for Bevan, and I shouldn't say the older 2, the previous 2 will go to Chris Visser and to Hugo de Bruin to campaign in this year. So we will have a 4-car team, which we hope will give us the benefit for the manufacturers championship.
That was good news for the burly Chris Visser, who clinched the Class D championship with co-driver Jaapie Badenhorst.
We got the other day, we got some good news, and Toyota is giving us one of the old bakkies from last year, 2006, SP bakkies. So I thought to myself, the year before we won the championship at Class E and now at Class D, and I said to myself, yeah, I'm going to rather sell my bakkie because I'm not going to drive in a Class D and E, and luckily they helped us with the SP bakkie, and we're looking very forward to it this year. The first race, unfortunately, I don't think the bakkie is going to be finished because they're building 2 new bakkies, and so I think I hope with the second race that bakkie can take over the old bakkies. So I'm looking very, very forward to this year. So I think it's going to be a very, very stiff competition. It's the first time with the big shot, so I'm looking very forward to it.
And is there any difference between Class D and the bigger SP category?
Yeah, it's luckily it's still a bakkie. Maybe it's a little bit faster, and I think it's a little bit smoother at the end of the day. But I don't know. I think it's going to be definitely a learning curve. But I'm looking very, very forward to it. Yes, with the Class D and E bakkies, yes, sometimes you feel you can pick up the bakkie and run with it. I hope the speed is going to be there, and the handling and all the suspension. That seems like a great bakkie to drive.
For Mark Moffat and his co-driver and brother Stuart in the Bosel Toyota Hilux in Class E, 2007 starts off on a good note. It takes them back to the scene of a very solid drive last year in the Western Cape, and they plan to go one better this time around.
We had a lot of stiff competition this year against the Ford and the other Toyotas in class with us. Made it more challenging for us. And in Class F last year, or the previous year, there was no one there. It was just the big Chev that we raced it. Vehicle is prepped, it's ready. Cape Town will be there and enjoy ourselves again. And this year, we want to take number 1.
And what about the special vehicle category?
At this stage, we're not quite clued up exactly what's happening with Bosel. There's definitely going to be the 2 Toyotas. With the relationship Bosel's got with Toyota South Africa, the manufacturing side and the plant, we will be having the 2 Toyotas in. We're not sure with the space frames. We will conclude that on Monday. We're having a meeting on Monday. Coming in, we'll find out what's happening. It sounds like it will probably have all 4 cars in again, 2 space frames and the 2 Toyotas. And Cliff obviously building his new Hilux. He's busy with that as well.
As for the Raconics Nissan hardbody of Coetzee Labuschagne and Johan Gerber in Class D, it will be a brand new vehicle loaded with technology out there on the rutted off-road circuits of the ABSA series.
Yes, in the production class, that was one of our best results ever. We previously won a South African championship in a Class C Sandmaster, but like production vehicles, that was that. Yeah, we're looking forward to 2007 by building a new car, and I think with the car which we had, it was long in the tooth, and it was an excellent result with what we achieved with the car which we had.
And what are the plans for their racing for the year 2007, and where will they race?
Well, we're going to race in Class D again. Basically, you know, Class D is, there's no factory, full factory vehicles in that class, so it's a factory supported privateer class. And that's what we feel. Our sponsors and us made the decision to ride in that class, and like I said, with the new vehicle, we're going to shed a lot of weight, a lot of new technology into it, and we're going to give it a full go.
And that's what makes Labuschagne a joy to watch, but Nissan needs more privateers to perform out there.
Well, I think it's very important for Nissan, you know, like last year, I mean, with the results, with the Toyota guys winning the Manufacturers Challenge, I think Nissan, we will see Nissan coming on with a very stronger privateer support team this year, and I think they're going to go full out to get the Manufacturers Award at the end of this year.
In the special vehicle class, the year really did belong to the Motorride outfit. The slick polished team cleaned up by clinching no less than the top 3 places in the 2006 space frame category and 6 wins in 8 races. A proud record that speaks for itself.
Yeah, fantastic 2006. I don't think we could have wished for anything better. Yeah, we've got plans for this year. Some interesting things taking place. We're building 2 new cars at the moment, two Spec 3s, BATs, that are in production at the moment. And nearing completion, but I think we've decided we're going to hold on to our championship winning cars of last year for the first race. We'd really like to go to Cape Town with a really good chance of banking some points in the first race. So knowing how reliable those 2 cars are, we've decided not to put the 2 new cars into the first race. Although they in all likelihood would be ready, we'd like to do a lot more testing before we bring them into the season. So we'll be starting the new season with the 2 cars from last year. And yeah, other plans are obviously we're down to 2 cars. We've decided, well, not decided, it's just happened that Brandon has moved to Ford. As you know, he'll be racing with the Ford team in the SPs. So we're down to 2 cars, but there are some other interesting things that we've put together for our team this year, which we'll see a lot more of during the course of the season. So still very exciting. Motorrad will come with a big bang again. The black and silver will be there in force this year, and we're looking forward to a fantastic season.
Vehicle and asset finance from ABSA, going the extra mile to get